You have tuned into WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artists, and this is Big C in the Morning. This is the Friday morning show that starts your Friday morning right and your weekend early. So, how are you guys doing today? It's August 21st, 2020. It's a Friday. Hallelujah. And I am back on the air after last week. We had a little break, and yeah. Basically, I used that break to kind of, take in all my feelings and just breathe in, breathe out, and all that good stuff, and just collect my thoughts and stuff. So, yeah. But, anyways, yeah, we got some topics to talk about, and oh boy, I have been ready. I've been waiting to do this show because, oh boy, I got some stuff for you. So, first topic today is going to be a sports topic. Yeah, I know you guys probably don't like sports topics, but this needs to be addressed. I believe it does need to be addressed because I'm angry. I am angry. I'm angry because I'm wearing an Ohio State jersey. It's the one they wear. They wore it for like a blackout, like three blackouts. One against Penn State in like 2015, then Nebraska in 2018, and then Michigan State 2019. I kind of like these jerseys. These jerseys look intimidating and pretty cool. So I'm in a state of mourning because sadly Ohio State's not playing football this year. I'm very sad. I've now got nothing to do on a Saturday. Nothing to do on a Saturday. I am in pain that I have nothing to do on a Saturday. I could go on a date, but I don't have a girlfriend. I could hang out with my friends, but they might be busy. I could go bowl, but who's even wanting me to drive over to the bowling alley? Yeah, it's a sad day here in Columbus, and I believe it's a Saturday in all the Big Ten schools around the United States because if you know, Big Ten suspended football for the fall and is trying to do a spring season. And I'm about to tell you why it's not right and why there should be football right now. So, bit of a backstory. As you know, the Big Ten kind of canceled all of the whatchamacallit, non-conference games. Ohio State was supposed to play Oregon, Bowling Green, and Buffalo for their non-conference games. Then all of a sudden, boom, no non-conference games, just a conference schedule. So yeah, I was excited to see the Oregon game. The Oregon game was going to be great. I wanted to see Ohio State beat Oregon for like the 9th or 10th time. I know Oregon has never beaten Ohio State, and it should stay where it is. You can't beat Ohio State. But sadly, it got canceled. And then they focused on a Big Ten conference schedule, just all Big Ten games. So they released the schedule, and I have the schedule copied down here in my notes. And Ohio State was supposed to play Illinois first at Illinois. I thought, oh yeah, that was good. That was good. And then all of a sudden, we play Rutgers next week. Okay, easy dub. And then we go at Purdue. I was psyched for at Purdue because I wanted revenge for what they did back in 2018. Ruined our perfect season. And then Indiana, and then a bye week. Then Nebraska, and then at Michigan State, which was going to be good because I know that was an easy dub. And then for the first time ever since like 1933, Michigan and Ohio State played in October at the Horseshoe. I was like, ooh, that's very nice. That's very nice. And then at Maryland, and then at Penn State. So 2 road games, then another bye week, and then the season finale at home for the Buckeyes against Iowa, which is another revenge game, which I like too. A revenge game in the beginning of the season and a revenge game at the end of the season. Basically, a revenge tour. But I believe ours would have been successful because, Buckeyes, number one. And then the Big Ten Championship would have been on the 5th of December, and the and like the Buckeyes and whoever wins the West would have gotten a bye week for that. But sadly, it never came to light. It never came to light. We got some comments. I'm going to read some comments right now. Adam Dell says, #truth. What do we do in what do we do in Saturdays? Chores? No. I agree. I don't want to do chores. I want football. And Deshaun Reynolds says, it will get better, man. This virus is going to eventually go away. True. But if it sticks around a whole year, I might as well just give up on, watching sports. Because, football is a sport for everybody. Literally for everybody. Anybody can play. Even the girls. Even girls can play football. So yeah, it's a sport for everybody. Just like every other sport. So, Big Ten released the schedule, and then they said, "Oh, hey guys, remember when we released our Big Ten only schedule? Scratch that. We're canceling the season and postponing it till fall. Well, not fall, but spring." And in my mind, I was like, "Why, Big Ten? Why did you cancel football on us? Is it because Ohio State wins too much? Is it because that Ohio State is going to win the Big Ten for the 4th year in a row? Is it because we're trying to relive our days like when Jim Tressel got us all those Big Ten championships and then he resigned? And now Ryan Day is trying to do what Jim Tressel and all those other great Buckeye legends have done? Is that why? But no, it's obviously because of COVID-19. Now, here's where I get lost on this decision. Here's where I get lost. So, Big Ten, Pac-12, 2 of the Power 5 conferences, cancels their entire season, postponed until spring. Here's what I don't get. How come a medical expert, a trained professional in the medical field, says to the ACC, the Big 12, and the ACC, Big 12, and the SEC say to that trained medical professional says, "Hey, you guys are good to go to playing sports. So get out there and play some sports." While that trained medical professional doesn't say anything to the Big 10 or the Pac-12. Why didn't they not come talk to those 2 conferences? Why didn't they come talk to the Big 10 and the Pac-12? Because without the Big 10 or the Pac-12 and the Power 5, you basically got nobody. You basically just got the ACC, SEC, and Big 12 playing for the national championship now. You literally have one of those teams playing in the Rose Bowl. You literally have them playing in Big 10 bowl games that should be having Big 10 people only. I mean, that's ridiculous. Seriously, what is the Pac-12 and the Big 10 doing? If you have no Pac-12 team and no Big 10 team in the Rose Bowl, does that mean you're going to cancel the whole Rose Bowl because there are no Big 10 or Pac-12 teams to play in? Or are you gonna have the Big 12 and the SEC play? I don't want to see the Big 12 and the SEC play in the Rose Bowl because that's a Big 10 and Pac-12 bowl game only. Pac-12 and Big 10 bowl game only. The Rose Bowl should not be touched by any of those conference teams from the ACC, the Big 12, or the SEC because it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. We got another comment shout to Isha Possible. She says, right. Yes. Yes. So, yeah. Basically, this makes no sense. I don't know why the Big Ten commissioner, and his name is Kevin Warren, Big Ten commissioner Kevin Warren, I don't know why he's canceling football. His son actually plays for the University of Mississippi State. He plays for Mississippi State. And Mississippi State is in the SEC, and they get to play. Why does his son get to play while the Big Ten, all those players, don't get to play? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. If your son is playing football for a conference that is currently is getting the thumbs up, why can't you let all the other Big Ten players play? It makes no sense, people. It makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. So, as you can tell, all the players and parents want, they want to play. They want to see some football this season. But, the Big Ten's like off in the distance like this. They're just not giving a care. They're not looking at it. They're not looking. Not looking even once. Not looking. They wanted the Big Ten to reverse the decision, but oh boy, I'm gonna get to that later because Justin Fields, the quarterback of Ohio State. Actually, let me rephrase that. Justin Fields, quarterback of the Ohio State University, he put up a petition, and titling it #WeWannaPlay. And that's a pretty good title. I agree with him. And right now, as of today, the petition has now over 293,000 signatures out of the possible 300,000 he's trying to get. He's only 7,000 away. And I know there are 7,000 people that want football. So, if you haven't signed the petition yet, go sign the petition. Just type it in the Google machine, Justin Fields petition, and it'll pop up. It'll say #WeWannaPlay and sign the petition. I've signed the petition. Oh yeah, I signed it. I wanted a football season so bad, I signed it twice. So I know you guys can sign it. Sign it twice, sign it 3 times, sign it 4 times, sign it 5 times. I don't care how many times you sign. Just tell the Big Ten that we want football. But they're not going to listen because guess what? The Big Ten commissioner Kevin Warden, he said that they are not going to revisit the decision because all the Big Ten presidents and athletic directors say that it would be better playing in the fall. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Seriously, are you kidding me? We're not going to play in the fall? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you not let us play in the fall? Why would you not let all those Big Ten teams and Big Ten players play in the fall? That is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. Seriously. Because all you have is the ACC, the Big 12, and the SEC playing for the national championship. That we're going to only have those playoff teams are only going to come from the ACC, the SEC, and the Big 12. We're only going to have those teams to play for the playoffs, the playoff national championship. That is ridiculous. It's not even right. Listen. If you have like national championship possible teams like Ohio State, Minnesota, Penn State, Michigan. Well, not really Michigan. They kind of suck. But Minnesota, Wisconsin, Penn State, Ohio State. Basically, the top 2 teams in the top 4 teams of the Big Ten. They are national championship contenders. If you don't have those championship contenders in the season, seriously, if you have national championship contenders, your conference has a chance and a shot to win a national championship. But if you cancel fall football, you eliminate your shot. It can't. You can't be this. Seriously, it's so simple. Just take the teams that you think that are going to win a national championship for your conference and put them in a conference. Put them in the other conferences. If you're not going to play fall football, put them in the Big 12. Put them in the SEC. Put them in the ACC. Just let them contend and play for a national championship. It could be just for only one season. Only for one season. Seriously. Put them in the Big 12 or something. I don't know. Oh my God. I am so angry. I am angry, ladies and gentlemen. I am angry. And we get another comment from English Impossible saying they trying Big Ten. And most of the Big Ten coaches are upset. Yeah, they are upset. Even Ryan Day, he says hashtag fight. I want him to hashtag fight. Because seriously, if you do not have your players playing football, you should be upset. It's their lives. It could be a future job for them. Like, seriously, the NFL is looking for new talent right now for their 2021 draft. And obviously, as a Cleveland Browns fan, we're looking for talent. So, if some of those players, excuse me, if some of those players from the ACC, the SEC, and the Big 12, if they play, I feel that all those other players from like the Pac-12 and the Big 10, I feel like their draft stock is going from high to low. Because the NFL scouts are going to be looking for the ACC, Big 12, and SEC prospects, and not Big 10 and Pac-12. Because, to be honest with you people, I do not believe that if they have a fall season without the Big 12 and without the Big 10 and the Pac-12, I believe that nobody from those two conferences are going to get drafted. And I know some of those players really want to go in for the money. They want to get out of college fast so they can get some money and play like professional football, maybe go win a Super Bowl or two. And honestly, it's not right. It's just not right if you don't have them playing. And we got some more comments here. One from my grandmother. Hi, Grammy. She says, think any players will transfer. Possibly. I think some of the players will get really annoyed at their conference and just transfer to probably Alabama, maybe Clemson, but that's a maybe on my part. I don't think it will happen, but maybe. Maybe. I can see teams going to other conferences for like maybe a season or two, but not players transferring. I don't see that. I don't see that happening. And we got some comments from Isha Possible. Definitely go Brownies. Yep, go Browns. Woo woo. And she says that's truth. Yes. Yes, it is. So, yeah, Big Ten, they got me mad. And they got a bunch of players mad, a bunch of parents mad, and a bunch of fans mad. We big mad. We are big mad. And besides, the Big Ten is like $1 billion organization. So if you don't have football, I think the Big Ten and the Pac-12, they might go out of business. Or they actually, don't be that evil and let them play, which they should. Because if they don't, that school that player plays for gonna lose a bunch of money. We're talking billions of money, well, billions of dollars, and then Big Ten, they're gonna lose billions of dollars. Because if you don't have a fall season, you're gonna lose millions, and possibly billions, and possibly trillions, and then possibly we get all the way to gazillions. The Big Ten and the Pac-12 might not. They might not survive. They might not survive. They might end. Is this the end of the Pac-12 and the Big Ten? Maybe. Who knows? But, yeah. Anyways, here are the current teams that are playing in the fall. The American Athletic Conference, the Atlantic Coastal Conference, the ACC, the Big 12, Conference USA, the Southeastern Conference, SEC, the Sun Belt Conference. That's all who are playing this year. Those conferences. But the conferences that are possibly playing in the spring are the Big Ten, the Mid-American Conference, the Mountain West Conference, and the Pac-12 Conference. So yeah, basically, as you can see, almost half of these conferences are literally considering playing in the spring. If another one of these, here's what I'm guessing. if the American Athletic Conference or Conference USA, if they or even the Sun Belt, if they decide to go play in the spring, I think the NCAA should say, okay, guys, we're postponing the season till the spring. But I know a lot of coaches hate that. Even former Ohio State football coach Urban Meyer, he hates that, of having a double season in 2021. But I feel like that's the route they're probably going to go. I had a comment from my mom that says they will just charge double next year. I don't want prices raised to double. I don't think that would be cool. That would be not cool. Not cool. But yeah, I'm expecting either the American Athletic Conference, Conference USA, or the Sun Belt to follow suit, because we all know the ACC, the Big 12, and the SEC, they're not going to budge. They're going to be stiff as a plank, just not do anything. They're going to be like, yeah, this is fine. This is totally fine. I don't know what the Big 12 and the Big 10 and the Pac-12 are doing, but we're just fine. We're just fine. But yeah. It's pretty big. But as for teams that are not in a conference, the 1A independents, here are some of those teams that are playing: Army, Brigham Young, and Liberty University. Yeah. Three schools from there. One school that we know, well, actually 2 schools that we know, and one other school that we don't know that plays football. Like, seriously, Liberty University, a brand new school, and they play football. I haven't seen any success at Liberty. Have you? Not me. Also, I thought Liberty was in a conference. Yeah, I guess not. Hey, here are the 1A independent teams that are not playing this year. The University of Massachusetts, the University of Connecticut, and New Mexico State. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to win the national championship. None of us were expecting it. Isha Possible says nope. Yep, nope. They're not winning. They're not winning anything. Because seriously, they're teams that are unlikely to win the national championship. Seriously. That's another thing. If you have national championship contenders, only put them in. I'm going back to this thing. Take the teams that you don't think are winning, that you don't think are going to win the national championship. Take those teams out and put in the teams that should or have a possible chance at winning a national championship, like Ohio State, Oregon, Washington, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Penn State. These guys have chances to win a national championship, but if you take them out and leave in teams that will not win a national championship, it makes no sense. Like, seriously, some of these teams, like in the AAC, the Sun Belt, and Conference USA, they're not even national championship contenders. None of them are. Only the ACC, Big 12, and SEC teams have a shot at winning the national championship. It's so ridiculous. I mean, seriously, the Big 10, the Pac-12 are giving me a serious headache. Like, I cannot understand them. They make no sense whatsoever. Oh, we got another comment from my grandmother. She says, Bowling Green, Miami, Ohio. Are they playing? No, they're in the Mid-American Conference, Grammy. They are not playing it. The Mid-American Conference said cancel fall football. Yeah. Okay, folks. I'm gonna need a break to just recuperate, and yeah. So we're gonna take a break, but when we come back, we're gonna talk about another thing that also makes me a little angry, And it's about people stealing your food and why it's rude and annoying. Because honestly, I'm trying to eat over here. And I don't want that in my food. Okay. So anyways, we're going to be taking a break. And we'll be back. This is Big C in the Morning on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artists. Now here's a song by Wayne Woodward called Numb.
One home again, so many times I lost my way, looking for signs. Take caution now, the tide is strong, the waves are crashing down. I keep holding on, my heart kicks in, makes a beat a sound. The pressure creeps up and it won't let me down. And I know it won't go, but you're still here by my side. So call me when it's over. I need you on the front line. The weight is on my shoulders. I feel it on the inside. My body's feeling numb. The pain has just begun. I'm wrapped up in the cold. I'm fighting for my soul. So call me when it's over. I need you on the front line. I take the fall. The truth is out. The mess is gathered. No shade of doubt. They're out for me. Fell out of love. Not proven guilty, but they're still wanting blood. One moment looking up, then you lose the ground. The pressure creeps up and it won't let me down. And I know it won't go, but you're still here by my side. So call me when it's over. I need you on the front line. The weight is on my shoulders. I feel it on the inside. My body's feeling numb. The pain has just begun. I'm wrapped up in the cold. I'm fighting for my soul. So call me when it's over. I need you on the front line. And I know that my heart won't beat, that my heart don't beat without you. Let's go slow. Yes, I'm on my knees waiting for you. So call me when it's over. I need you on the front line. The weight is on my shoulders. I feel it on the inside. So call me when it's over. I need you on the front line. The weight is on my shoulders.
We're back on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artists, and this is Big C in the morning. And oh boy, I'm calmed down now. So yeah, whew. That was a good song to listen to. Pretty great, pretty great. All right, so next topic we're going to talk about people stealing your food and why it's annoying and rude. So picture this: you're eating your nice meal, probably from Chipotle, maybe having a pizza, maybe having some Burger King, some McDonald's, some Raising Cane's, maybe some O'Charlie's, and then all of a sudden, one of your friends or one of your family members sticks their hand in your food that you purchased, and eats it. Now, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Seriously. Why would they steal your food? I mean, here you are just trying to enjoy your meal peacefully, and then all of a sudden they're like, how you doing? I'm gonna steal this from you. Nom nom nom. And you're like, I paid a lot of money for that food, and it's supposed to be in my tummy. And he just ruined my whole meal for me. And I'm perfectly ashamed. Ashamed, annoyed, and angry. Seriously, a lot of people stick their hands in other people's food, and it's really annoying. It's really, really annoying. And each apostle says, I love food. I love food too. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. And my mom says it's nice to share. Mom, are you insane? I am not sharing my food with people. If it's like, a big, gigantuous, amount of food, then maybe, yes, I could share it. But, honestly, I don't want to share my food. It's food for me. I need to eat it so I can live. Like, seriously, food is a necessity. I can't think of the word right now. A necessity. Yeah, necessity. It's a necessity that we need as humans to live. We need food, water, and sunlight. It's kind of like a plant. A plant needs food. A plant needs sunlight, and a plant needs water. So yeah, we're basically almost like flowers, except we don't bloom into pretty colors and stuff. My grandmother says just a taste is Z. Okay. I don't think any people want a taste of my food, because seriously, my food is so delicious that I need all of it in my tum-tums. Seriously. I love food. I've always been a fan of food, but I'm trying to, consume less food now and then. So yeah. My dad, he has a big problem with taking food from me. Like, every time we go to like a fast food restaurant, either Wendy's or McDonald's, he always steals some of my fries. And I'm like, dude, those are my fries. You got fries of your own. Seriously. Sometimes he has fries of his own, but he takes fries out of my fries, and I'm like, bro, you got fries over there. You have your fries over there. Eat your fries, not mine. Seriously. Each apostle says, "Oh, you can't cook, Big C." Yeah, I'm not that much of a cook. I can't cook. I feel like if I cook, I could either burn the food or maybe even burn my house down, which I don't want that to happen. So it's better if you have somebody else cook the food, like in a restaurant. And seriously, they have some of the the household necessity. They have some like the household food that you eat, like mac and cheese. A lot of restaurants have mac and cheese. I mean, I could cook mac and cheese, but I don't have the power to do that right now. Or you can get one of those, like sometimes mac and cheese is made on a stove, and I'm not really cool with the stove because fire, gas, and fire. So yeah. So I don't like to touch stove. I like to touch a microwave. I think it's a really better option than just, stoves. Like I can just grab like an instant cup of macaroni and cheese, put some water in it, put the cheese stuff in it, mix it all up, and then put it in the microwave. Boom, you got some mac and cheese. Like I feel like that's a good idea. I remember this one other product, like these hamburger helper instant meals. Like you don't have to cook it in a stove. You cook it in a microwave, and oh man, those were the bomb back in the day. I remember those hamburger helper instant meals. Like seriously, those meals you cook in a microwave. Oh, I remember those. But sadly, I think they discontinued them. So now you have to cook the hamburger helper on the stove, and I don't like to do hamburger helper on the stove. Like seriously, it's not that cool. Not that cool. So yeah, but back to people stealing your food. I mean, like I've seen a lot of people steal my food, even popcorn. Like sometimes I'll share my popcorn with like friends and stuff, but sometimes I would just like to have my popcorn to myself because honestly, if I'm watching a good movie, let's say the Sam Raimi trilogy of Spider-Man movies, if I was watching that, I would love to have popcorn by myself. And if some of my friends budge in and steal like huge piles of popcorn for me, I'm like, bruh, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? It it doesn't make any sense. Like seriously, I cannot seriously. Oh my god, I just want my food to myself, my popcorn to myself, while watching the Sam Raimi trilogy of Spider-Man movies. We got another comment from Isha Possible. She says that's how you cook on the stove, and I'm so proud of you, Big C. Okay, okay, so yeah, but the stove is not really my game. I like microwaves. I think microwaves are really better than stoves because stoves are fire and I don't like fire. And my mom says, "Are you afraid of dirty hands in your food?" Yes, you don't know what you don't know what infections that people have on their hands or germs. Like seriously, if someone puts their dirty hands in my food, I could get probably a cold or the flu or even COVID. Yes, even COVID. I'm going there. Like seriously, you don't know what kind of you don't know what kind of germs are going to be on your food. Like seriously, just look at my hands. They're perfectly clean. But if I see like dirt, a mysterious spot or anything weird on a friend's hand, I'm going to be like, "Oh no, you're not taking my food. Oh no, he's not taking my food at all. No." I sound like Paul Bearer from the WWE. Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, if I see like a dirty hand come in my food, I'm gonna yeet that out of the way and just take it to a safe location so I don't have to get an infection. So I don't get sick. So I don't, now I'm not saying it will happen, but die. Yeah, I went there. So yeah, I don't want anybody to touch my food. Now, if they asked for some food and not just rudely, just, hello, bye bye bye. If people, just walk up to you and say, "Hello, good sir, may I have some of your food?" Then I'll be like, "Why, yes, you can have some of my food." And I would put some of my food on their plate and they go home or just go sit somewhere and just eat their food. Because to tell you the truth, people, it's nice to ask. It's always nice to ask. But sometimes Ishibazo has a comment. So what do you consider safe? Clean hands, like you clean them in the bathroom with soap and water. Hand sanitizer, yeah, hand sanitizer is pretty good. Um, Gloves, like latex or clear gloves. I believe those are considered safe. Um, Probably using tongs. Tongs that I know they don't really transfer that many germs. So, um, yeah, or a napkin. Even a napkin can protect me from germs. Like seriously, they're just grabbing their napkin, just whoop, taking the food, just taking the food like that. Whoop, with a napkin. It's that easy. Seriously. So yeah, back to the rudeness. So oh man, I lost myself. But yeah, again, always ask, because if you ask, you have a better shot at getting some food. And every time that this happens to me, I get grumpy because I'm like, I ate all my food, but my dad and or my friends took some of that food away from me and ate it in front of my eyes. So therefore, I don't feel that full. Because honestly, if you lose like some of your food rudely, I feel like I'm not full. Seriously. I feel empty. I still feel hungry. I feel like I have been robbed of my food. I feel like I have received none of it. I felt like I received none of it. I didn't like I felt like I received any of it. So, yeah. It's pretty rude. Pretty rude that people are stealing my food. Oh, got a comment from my grandmother. She says, "What is your favorite meal?" I have a lot of favorite meals that I don't want people to take at all. I like supreme pizzas. Those are pretty good. Donna's has a pretty good supreme pizza. I know Pizza Hut has a good supreme pizza. Little Caesars, they have a pretty good supreme pizza. What else? Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Oh yeah, Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Those are good. My mom says chicken strips. Well, I was going into that, Mom. I said chicken strips. Raising Cane's chicken strips. Yeah, Raising Cane's chicken strips, or O'Charlie's chicken strips, because those are pretty good chicken strips. If you've never been to O'Charlie's, I recommend their chicken strips. They're pretty juicy and tasty. And if you haven't had Raising Cane's chicken strips, I recommend it because, well, it's my mom says it's dry, but I don't think it's dry. If you put it in the cane sauce, it will never be dry. It will never be dry. It will be tasty. So yeah, chicken strips and like chicken nuggets are like some of my favorite meals. I also like to have a Big Mac once in a while. Because everyone likes the Big Mac. It's 2 beef patties, lettuce. Oh man, I forget. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. I remembered it. And look at me now. I'm doing great. So yeah. Wendy's. I like Wendy's. I like the junior bacon cheeseburger. I also like the Baconator. Yeah, basically bacon cheeseburgers and bacon burgers. Delicious, delicious. If you've never tried a Baconator before, I highly recommend it. I want to try the Baconator Pringles. That's another thing. Chips. A lot of people steal chips from me, and I'm gonna go into Baconator Pringles right now because I have been trying to look for Baconator Pringles and I haven't seen them. I hadn't seen them. But yeah, chips. I don't like people stealing my chips. Another comment from Isha Possible says the Whopper is the best. I'm gonna have to like 50-50 with you, like agree and disagree. While the Whopper is pretty tasty and flame broiled and stuff, I kind of go on and off on Burger King. Like I sometimes go to Burger King, but not that much. But the Whopper is pretty good. It's pretty big, pretty big. But I prefer the Whopper Juniors because they're like regular burger size, and I feel like that's a right size burger for me. Like the Whopper, it's humongous. It is a pretty big burger. Like seriously, it's like bigger than like any like video game controller. It's bigger than the Duke controller for the original Xbox. Seriously, it is. I would love to test that idea. Which is bigger, the Whopper or the Duke Xbox controller, the original Xbox controller? Someone should make a video on that. Maybe me, but I don't have a Duke controller, so oh well. But yeah. But back to chips. I don't like people interfering with my chips, especially my Lay's potato chips. I like the classic, and I also like the wavy. Those are pretty good potato chips. I also like tortilla chips, specifically Tostitos. Now, everybody likes Tostitos. I've loved Tostitos ever since the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Seriously, that's where I got my love in those chips. Because honestly, those chips are pretty good. I like to dip them in salsa. I like to dip my potato chips in some French onion dip, which is pretty tasty. I believe dip at any party is tasty and therefore needed at a party. If you don't have dip at a party, then can you really consider it a party? Isha Puzzle says yes. Yes, chips and dip are good. But if you don't like the dip, then the chips are good. So yeah, and obviously people are going to budge into your chips and steal some for you, and then you're left with none. Especially those mini bags of chips. You go and eat those mini bags of chips, and there'll be like, I don't know, 15 to 20 chips in there, and then your friends take like almost a whole bag, and you're left with like five or four chips. Like seriously, it's a small bag. I want my chips by myself. And another yes from Isha Possible. Yes. She knows what I'm saying. So yeah, chips are very important to me. If anybody stole my chips, I would hunt them down. Seriously. I saw this one video. I don't know if you guys remember Vine, but I saw this one video that was called When You Eat My Food. And I was like, that is definitely how I would feel like. Like this one guy was eating the other person's food, and the other guy was getting angry, and oh boy, that is literally me. You eat any of my food, I will literally go ballistic. And may start a mosh pit or something. I don't know. My grandmother says whata. Okay, whata. That should be a new word of the day. The word of the day is whata. But actually that's 2 words. Oops. But okay. Ah, man. Well, this was great talking about people rudely taking your food away. We had a great... What a excuse. Okay. Says my grandmother. Okay. But that's it for that topic. We're going to take another break. But when we come back, something that is not a Friday shout out? Yeah. Crazy. So stay tuned for that. You're listening to Big C in the Morning on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. Now here's a song called Determination by Calvin McGriff.
I feel like my back is against the wall, but I will prevail. I will not fall. All the problems that bomb me down, go ahead and take Can't collapse. No, I surely can't collapse. Because of my determination, I will hold on. Dedication runs through my veins, through my veins. Nothing will stand in my way. I'm tearing down the walls today. Cause of my determination. Because of my determination. My determination, yeah. My determination, yeah. Because of my determination, I will hold. Dedication runs through my veins, through my veins. Nothing can stand in my way. I'm tearing down the walls today. Cause of my determination. I'm gonna prove all the doubters wrong. I'm gonna make it to the mountaintop. No matter how hard the struggle, I'll remain confident and strong. Hey, because of my determination, I will hold on. Dedication runs through my veins, through my veins. Nothing will stand in my way. I'm tearing down the walls today. Cause of my determination. Because of my determination, I will hold on. Dedication runs through my veins, through my veins. Nothing will stand in my way. I'm tearing down the walls today. Cause of my determination. 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 Determination.
And I just graduated from Ohio Business School. What I like most about the program is that it's hands-on, so it's not like a lot of work in the classroom. I like that the instructors kind of help you along the way and that the school is there for you. Life has hit me fast this couple of 8 months, so the school has been right with me. What's next for me? A lot of the instructors and career services have got me some gigs, some hosting gigs and some modeling gigs, so I'm going to do that and be prepared to see me on your TV soon.
We are back on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist, and we are back on Big C in the morning. So, today, this week, I sadly don't have a Friday shout out. So yeah, I know you're feeling sad, but instead I thought of a new segment, and it's called the Fumble of the Week. Basically, I try to find the most failing thing I've ever seen in the week. So this week's Fumble of the Week goes to a guy named Thom Brennaman. He is known as the announcer for the Cincinnati Reds. Well, used to be probably, because sadly his mic was hot and he said something that he shouldn't have said about Kansas City, and he said a bad word that you should never say on television and basically in the world. And he got in trouble for saying that on the air. And he also had to apologize, but he had the worst apology in sports history, I believe. This has to be, because he apologized while calling a home run for his actions. Seriously. He apologized during when he was calling a home run. He apologized, then stopped it to call a home run, and then he apologized. He went back to apologizing. That is something you don't do in sports. If there's a rule in broadcasting sports, you do not apologize during a home run. Just apologize. Don't call any plays. Don't call anything. Just apologize for your actions. And he's it boggles my mind, people. So yeah, basically he done goofed, and so he got suspended. So he's suspended from all Cincinnati Reds broadcasts indefinitely. And oh boy, I think this is his career is over. He's gone. His career's over. He's canceled. It's cancel season, people. He's canceled. He's canceled. He's canceled. So yeah, this week's Fumble of the Week goes to Thom Brennaman. Congratulations, you fumbled really hard and bad. Really bad. You fumbled really bad. The biggest fumble of his career. Seriously. Oh man, that is crazy. That is crazy what he said. If you want to know what he says, go look it up. It's very not cool. It's not cool. What he said was not cool. It was not cool. Not cool even once. So yeah. But anyways, that's my time for the show. I know I'm ending it like 2 minutes early or 1 minute early. But I got to go do a show on Score on Air, so if you'd like to tune in, go to Score on Air Facebook and watch me there for the Red Flag podcast. It's going to be great. But if you're not into like NASCAR, since it's a NASCAR show, you don't have to watch it. Or watch it to support. Because we talk about good NASCAR topics. So yeah, this has been Big C in the Morning on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the Unsigned Artists. My name is Big C. And I am out of here. So yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. See y'all next week.